Hi, I'm Faye from Little Dreams Consulting, and today I'm here to talk about micronaps and why they can cause issues for your little one's sleep. So we've all been there. You pop your little one in the car or the pram to walk or drive home from a class. You're all set to put them down for a nap when you get home so that you can maybe catch up with some jobs or put your feet up for half an hour, and all is going really well. And then you look in the rearview mirror or down into the pram and they're asleep, or very nearly asleep. So what is a micronap? It's a very short, it could be as little as 30 seconds or so, and it gives your baby just enough energy to take the edge off their sleep pressure, meaning that they aren't ready to go down to sleep when they should be due their nap. So think of when you're watching a film late at night and you start to nod off and you decide to go to bed whilst you feel tired rather than falling asleep on the couch. So by the time you go upstairs and got ready, bam, you're wide awake. And the same goes for babies. So often parents will find it really difficult to put their baby down after a micronap has occurred because baby no longer has that natural pull to fall asleep. Quite simply, they're just not tired enough anymore. So what does a micronap look like? It's not always that your baby is sound asleep. It's the stages leading up to it that it's important to look out for. So you're looking out for zoned out or starry-eyedness, drowsiness, sudden head dropping or jolting back up again. Those are the things that you're looking out for. And why are they problematic? They're not a problem if you're happy to let your little one sleep in the car or the pram. In fact, it can be really handy if you've got a fairly long drive home or you can walk the long way home. However, if this isn't the case, you may now find yourself in a tricky situation. Do you risk waking them up and try to get them home to put them down properly? Or do you resign yourself to walking in the rain that little bit longer or sitting on your driveway in the car whilst your little one snoozes? So there is a caveat to this. Some babies are happy to be transferred half asleep into the cot, which is amazing. And to those parents, lucky you. Most babies, however, really struggle with transitioning. So how to avoid micronaps? So if you need to get home for nap time because you have things to achieve, then try to avoid taking your baby out in the car or the pram just before their nap. The motion of that is likely to make them sleepy if it's too close to the end of their awake window. Micronaps are quite common when feeding, so especially for little ones, for very little ones. So try to implement a wake, feed, play, sleep routine so that they are less likely to be drowsy when feeding. Even a 30-second micronap when feeding can be enough to give a baby their second wind and result in a tricky nap time a little later on. So if your baby is looking very tired and you're seeing lots of sleepy cues, it might be worth considering a slightly shorter awake window in order to get them down in the cot as opposed to risking a micronap. So what about toddlers and older children? So the same applies, but we often refer to these sorts of naps as danger naps, as they often occur late in the day, normally on the way home from school or nursery, and that can mean bedtime is a battle, as the little one has found their second wind after their little snooze. So, as always, if you're experiencing any problems with your little one's sleep, please do get in touch. We would absolutely love to help you, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.